Hey everyone, it's Michael Tiny Saul. Today is Monday, May 30th, and this is Stock Market Trading Viewer Requests for the week of May 30th, 2011. Quick note about what this video is all about, because we're getting new viewers to the channel, looks like almost every day here. The viewer requests are stocks that are sent in by you, the viewers, during the week. What I do is I compile them and go over them at the beginning of the following week, okay? And any stock that doesn't have a lot of volume or doesn't have a pattern or really isn't going anywhere, I just throw out. So don't take it personal if I'm not looking at your stock in this video. I have limited amount of recording time on these videos in order to get them up on YouTube, and I don't want to waste my time going blah, 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 no pattern, blah, 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 nothing really, okay? And those aren't real stocks, by the way, all right? But so don't get offended. It's not that I don't like you or that I have something personal against you. It has nothing to do with that, okay? So the first stock we're going to look at, oh, I'm sorry, one more note. These aren't managed past the one video I do per week on them. So I don't look at these as the week progresses. And unlike the watch list, which has actual triggers and stops and management, all I'm doing is just looking at these and giving them a quick technical view and some opinions, okay? So let's start with JDSU. The gentleman that sent me JDSU also did some analysis on it, so I'm going to look at what he looked at, and I'm going to give my opinion. So the first thing he talked about is this swing up, and he said that this double bottomed at the 62% retracement and started a bounce. This may be a little cluttered because I have the other grid in there as well. You know what? I'll just take the other grid out. Hang on. Okay. So he had said that this had double bottomed at the 62% retracement. Now, while we did get right back over the 62% retracement here after breaking it on this day, I don't know if this is technically a double bottom at the 62%. Yeah, it looks like support held, and it looks like it could be a potential double bottom, but the fact that we broke that 62% retracement and didn't hold it on the second time like we did here, even though we got right back above it, yeah, I don't consider that a double bottom. So what I'm seeing on this is that we're bouncing back up into resistance here. Now, the second part of the analysis was this Fibonacci grid that came from this high down to this low, okay? And you can see here that there's a lot of retracements to get through. All right, and the gentleman had also mentioned that the 162% retracement also filled the gap. Yes, it does. And you see the 127% right basically in the middle, well, closer to the start of the gap, actually. Okay, so there's a lot of resistance to get through here. There's a lot of activity here. You could see the range that was built out. All right, I'm going to draw these yellow lines in here. Okay, so, I mean, this has some trading here. You could see the volume. This has some value here. So right now we're testing on the underside of it. Now, if we can get through this and we can make our way, navigate our way through the jungle here of these Fibonacci retracements, then, yeah, it's possibly a possibility, that we can get up to this gap. But, you know, we have a long way to go. And the volume is really pathetic on this bounce. So, and it's way under the 50-day average. So I would not be surprised if this did not hold as resistance and we went back down to test these lows or even break them and maybe continue down to the 78.6% retracement of this swing. All right, that's what I'm looking at here. But obviously, if the resistance breaks, then my opinion will change. All right, CMG. Okay, CMG is on the move here. Let's look at potential target here on the upside is just about 300. So obviously, if you're going to say 299.91, right, you're going to say 300 because it's right there. That would be next resistance on CMG, in my opinion. And this little narrow range candle, which says that commitment is a little bit waning here. So I'd be careful here. Maybe it's due for a pullback before it goes. But, yeah, that's what Chipotle looks like to me, 300. SLV. Okay, SLV broke out of this pattern that we highlighted last week, 50-day moving average, and this gap are the two resistance points to watch. So you got 38.01 to 38.24 as potential resistance. Electronic Arts, okay, if I could spell it right, that would be helpful. All right, Electronic Arts looks like It's in a nice little consolidation pattern here. 25 is first resistance, and then 26.10. On a pullback, watch the 20 EMA as potential support. Caterpillar would not be a viewer request video without Caterpillar. 20 EMA is 106.08. That would be potential resistance. Volume on the light side. Now, you could say, oh, last week was a holiday week. Well, Friday was technically a pre-holiday trade, but the rest of the week, I don't know. You know, this to me doesn't look so bullish here. Watch the 20 EMA for potential resistance. Bank of America, okay, 20 EMA, potential resistance. Get rid of this grid. That's an old grid. All right, volume not horrendous, but you could see on the way down easily over its 50-day moving average, except for, I guess, these candles. But, you know, watch this one. Watch the 20 EMA for potential resistance on that. Goldman Sachs, okay, nice bounce here, but look at the volume. I mean, Friday, it's a nice day, up 1.75%. Volume was lame. I don't care if it was pre-holiday or not. It was still up almost, it was still up 1.75% here. So this consolidation is potential resistance, and then you got the 20 EMA above that. Okay, research in motion came down and tested the previous lows here. Didn't get them exactly, all right, but you can see it's consolidating here. Watch for a breakup of this little consolidation, and then you got to watch the 20 EMA and also this high up here at 45.78 for potential resistance. Here's Citigroup, once again, lame volume, 20 EMA, potential resistance. So far, it's stalled out, at least intraday on Friday, at the gap fill. GLD, all right, GLD, I was watching a short on this one. There was no trigger, and you could see here on Friday, it closed above the 62% retracement. Now watching 151.26 for potential resistance. Googleicious, okay, lame volume, lame action. Looks like this one may want to test lower. 500 could be a magnet for this one, so we want to watch that. But you know, right now, as always, wait for confirmation, of course. But you can see, look at this big candle, and then boom, back down below those lows. This is not bullish action by any means. And then finally, LinkedIn. I mean, you have to use a smaller time frame, and you can see right here it's just kind of messing around. Doesn't really have a strong pattern, in my opinion, but this one could definitely be watched over the next few sessions. Maybe it'll form a better looking triangle. You could kind of force fit one here if you want, right? But overall, it's not really a great pattern here on LinkedIn. All right, it's still new, so give this one a little bit more time. That's it. That's viewer requests for the week of May 30th, 2011. Have a great trading week. I will talk to everybody again with this video next week, and of course with the other videos on a daily basis. Take care.